What's up, guys? Today is the big day. We're gonna be starting the R33. No matter what, we're gonna do whatever it takes to get the car running. So we're ready. Alberto's over here going hard. What's going on right now, Alberto? Give us the status update. I know you got all the fuel lines and everything all plumbed up, and we'll show them and go into detail.
Yeah, fuel is on, harness is on pretty much like 90%. Then I'm finishing up the turbo now with all the gasket. We're missing one gasket. We got it in today. I got the adapter that I wanted for the oil feed line, which was straight. I wanted to the side, so it's gonna like be all nice and tucked to the side like this now. It's like a lot nicer. I'm finishing up the turbo drain line, which has to wrap around the wastegate. Since I was having a little bit of issue of like wastegate routing, I cannot go more down than that because it hits the manifold runner. So it has to pretty much aim like this. So if I run the oil drain line straight down here, we'll be in the way of the wastegate tube, and the AC line was kind of in the way too. So I just bend it a little bit towards the frame rail, and now I have like a big open space on there to run the wastegate tube. The only thing I got left down there is a power steering return line, which I'm probably gonna have to bend and then custom out as well.
So we're pretty much ready today to get the car running. There's gonna be some minor things that we'll be missing. I wanna wait to fit the front mount until we have the bumper back from Randy, because we'll need to like trim and make sure we understand where it fits and everything. Also need the actual like center hood latch piece to be able to bolt things to and know for fitment purposes. But pretty much everything's there. We can start it without an intercooler. I am waiting on a radiator as well as some power steering minor bits, but we should be able to get the car running, hear how it sounds, and see this baby purring. So my suspicion was correct. If you guys remember, we kind of built this car, I wouldn't say in a rush for SEMA, but there was a lot of stuff timeline-wise that kind of was done in a quicker manner. And when I had these custom valve covers made, Titan dropped a lot and was able to get these over to me really fast, but they didn't put any baffling in them because they knew that we were gonna get them powder coated. And a lot of times when you get stuff powder coated, when they sandblast, when you have baffles, sand can get trapped up in them. So if you look here, we have a stock valve cover. Now this valve cover has baffles, obviously. This does not. So probably a large reason why we saw so much blow by with the S15 is because it didn't have baffles. So I'm gonna go bring them over there, and they're actually gonna add some baffles in for us, and I think that should help with the blow by drastically, because you know, this plate is something, but that's barely anything. There's no actual baffles. It's literally just a plate. Oil can get right through there real easy, and that's probably why we're seeing so much blow by. So the baffle is just trying to help catch the oil and let it drip back in without all just being blown straight out. I'll explain why in a minute or two, but I'm gonna pull the door off this car, and I'm gonna show you guys one uncut clip how quick we can pull this thing apart. Here, Tommy, you wanna just film it?
Yeah, let's see.
All right, one raw clip. Feel free to comment on it to keep them interested, because honestly, I'm gonna do this so fast.
Well, we'll walk you through it then.
Yeah.
How's that? So those are Zeus fasteners.
Can you spell Zeus, Tommy?
Wait, the real one or what they're called?
Like how you actually spell them. Like
D-Z-U-S.
This front one's always a pain.
Yeah, and those are all the fasteners on how to take your panels off real quick. So
go forward to go out.
There you go.
Okay. Tommy, you're boring them.
Well, fender was off. Took you a little bit longer than normal.
Fender screwed up my timing, dude.
It was like NASCAR pit stop, but for...
How about that? I'll just drop them. Pick them up later.
Well, if we need to change your doors real quick, you could do it.
Alright. It's pretty sick, right?
Yeah.
So, the reason why I have this door off. If you guys remember, something that I'm not super happy about with this, I don't know if you can get up where you can see it.
Oh, you can see it from here, but yeah.
Yeah, so the doors were powder coated, and because everything was done in a rush, again for SEMA, they were never sanded down properly before being wrapped, so they have this like fisheye, and it doesn't look very good with the rest of the car, because the rest of the car is actually very nice. That, and there's a few dents. I don't know if you can get them from being like opened into,
that one you can see.
Being opened into lift posts and stuff. So what I'm gonna do is unwrap this, and I'm gonna bring it over to Randy, and he's just gonna block it down, primer it, make it smooth so we can get it wrapped and have it actually looking nice. So I think I'm gonna have him wrap the door handles too. But it's just one of those things. I feel like this is probably the nicest car in the fleet, and I feel like the finish of the car doesn't match the actual build of the car, so I'm trying to clean it up and make it nicer to kind of hold up to those standards. So anyway, I just got to pull the mirrors off and some trim, and then this will be all set. This is the one from the other side, and you can clearly see what I'm talking about with the finish. You got like a dent here. I think there's another one somewhere over here. This one's got quite a few dents. Man, it's so hard to show you guys, but yeah, you can kind of see there. So anyway, we're gonna get this taken care of and it'll look 10 times better when it is. Been doing a bunch of shop cleaning. Right now Alberto's doing some welding with the exhaust and the dump for the wastegate. But we have pretty much everything we need to fire it up. Obviously we're gonna do it without a radiator just to get her started and everything. Got a base map right now. I'm just dealing with the valve covers so we can get those in and gasket it up so we don't have any leaks up there. Alberto's welding on a flex pipe right now. We got the plugs in the motor, engine, whatever you wanna call it. Same plugs that I use in all the other cars. They are BKR7Es. They are copper. We don't use the iridiums, and we gap them to 0.22, and it seems to work for pretty much all the setups, pushing kind of like mid to high boost. So I got those in, and then right here, just opening up the box of coil packs that we're going to be using on this car. So these are actually Nubis coil packs that we got from Raw Brokerage. If you remember, we did the LS coil pack conversion on my RB, but it was actually really annoying to deal with because the plate, the way that we had to remove the coil packs all the time, made it very difficult to service. And Raw Brokerage has had these on customer builds like upwards of 700 horsepower and has been really happy with them, and they've been performing well. So we're going to give them a shot. And if they do work as well as they say, I might end up doing the same conversion on my R32 because of how much simpler and easier it would be to service and remove and install and everything. So just got to bolt these onto the plate and then we'll be good to go. These little suckers love to get lost. The half moons that go in the back of the valve cover. Just lay a little silicone bead right on here. All right, so all we really have to do on these is lay a bead of silicone on top of the half moon. Just make sure it seals. And then the important thing is in these little creases right in here, just put a little dab right there, because it's one area that doesn't like to seal. So other than that, we just pop the valve covers on and we'll be good to go. Tommy's first time putting gray silicone on the coil pack boots. I can't believe you thought we were serious about that.
What? It's not gray silicone.
He thought it was though.
Black.
It's dielectric grease, so if we do get water in there, we won't have those rusted out springs like last time. You're gonna scratch the paint, dude.
How much do you want me to put in here?
One side, but what about the other side? We want to like waterproof the boot to the spark plug so it doesn't get water in it.
This is what I deal with on a daily basis.
Trying to teach Tommy, but he's unteachable. Apparently he knows more than me, so.
I know. It's literally like having a...
Yeah, at your house I was doing the cuts of the piping in the floor. At least I can cut on this little tiny vise.
I'm a little mad at Alberto right now.
Yes.
No, like literally on the floor. I'm a little mad at Alberto right now because the quality of the work that he's doing on this car is like so much better than on all the previous builds, because this is the first time he's actually had shop and space to work and
Whoever
stuff.
wins, you're welcome.
What? Oh, whoever wins?
Yes, and then look at this.
Look at how beautiful this downpipe / exhaust is coming out.
You know what does a little trick? This thing is proper torch setup.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that a Fupa cup?
Yep.
Yeah.
This thing is so nice.
I knew a girl named Michelle Fupa. Shout out Michelle. Look at that.
Well, this one's are ugly because I don't know what I should have done a before picture of this, because it has like all the little wires from it stick out, so then it like makes the weld really uneven and hard to weld, so it's not like consistent like welding the tube.
Even though this car isn't going to be a track car, I mean, maybe it is, you never know. I like to put flex pipes and everything now, because on my S13, I remember there were a few incidents when I didn't have a flex pipe, and I hit my exhaust on stuff, and then it either created a leak at the turbo, or like ruined flanges and stuff, so it just gives a little bit of flex, so the system...
So like, it's like,
That's a weird flex, Alberto.
this is a very weird first...
It's a very tough flex.
Okay, yeah, you get it.
Alberto's flexing on us with his welds over here.
This is actually titanium. Look at that.
Nah, you just got strong fingers. Don't let them fool you. And just for reference, this was the old downpipe slash exhaust. Yuck. So we decided that we're not going to put a cat in this car. I don't know what the rules are, obviously, where the winner is going to be, but I know where I used to live in Connecticut, when cars are over 25 years old, which this car is, they're exempt from emissions. Now, obviously, the winner's state might be different, but if it comes down to it, we'll just buy like a high flow cat and we'll put it in for the winner, but we'll just wait and do that after the fact. So I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, but I've been wanting to do something with Jack Cecil from HP Logic. We met up and like met for the first time when Tommy was down here, and we did that little like thing around my open house time, and we were talking about stuff that we could do together, and I thought that it would be the perfect opportunity, seeing as he tunes RB26s like day in and day out, to work with him on the tuning of this car. So we went with the ECU that he's the most familiar with and that he likes. It's a good old Haltech Platinum Pro plug and play. So he sent me over a base map that I'm gonna load onto this thing, which obviously needs to be done if we want to start it. It does actually already come with an RB26 base map, so it might start, but the thing is we've got 1000cc injectors in this thing and quite a few different variables compared to like a stock RB26, so Jack made up a map probably based on cars that he's tuned and stuff, and hopefully it'll fire right up. I'm trying to save Alberto double the work by going and mounting the oil filter relocation setup prior to actually doing the intercooler piping, because we might end up doing it somewhere in this area, but we don't know how it's going to be once we have the intercooler piping in. So literally for the time being, since we're going to start the car, we just have it zip tied right over here. That way we can start the car with an oil filter.
Like a whole quart of oil almost.
That thing's big. But anyway, so it's just literally temporarily there just so we can get the car started while we're waiting to get that front bumper back from Randy, so we can do the intercooler and then the intercooler piping and just like kind of finish up the button ends. But since this car is map sensor, we don't need to have the intercooler piping up, like connected for it to run, so that's rad. Getting the good old VR1. Same stuff we run in all the cars. We're having an issue getting the ECU to turn on, but it just turned out that we didn't have enough grounds, so we just added some more grounds, and now hopefully we can get a base map on and get this thing fired up, because it's starting to get late. We're both hungry. We're hungry. I'm lonely, don't judge me. I had a bit of a hard time figuring out how to actually get the file that Jack sent me onto the software, but I got it up here and I verified, because I can see it says right here that we've got 1000cc injectors. Those D-Schwerk bad boys about to pump. So what now, Alberto? You got to prime it a few times?
You save this file to the computer, so it's permanent.
Now that we're pretty much ready for startup, first thing that we're going to do is start priming it just with fuel, just to make sure there's no leaks or anything going on. And then after that, we'll start cranking it to get the oil kind of circulating. And
there's no crank signal, so we can then crank it. Right now we're holding 20 psi after turning off, and I don't see any fuel at all, so we're good for a fuel check. Now we have to just turn the engine over a few times trying to get oil.
20 psi is kind of low for fuel pressure, no?
No, it's just holding it after the pump is off.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
How's it sound?
Sounds pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried. So when we were turning over my RB25 for the first time, it was actually not turning over all the way, and when I took it to RS Enthalpy, Martin instantly knew that I was missing a cylinder just because of the way that it was turning over, and hopefully that was a good noise.
Pretty even.
Yeah, you're right. So do how many more times? A lot?
We need to put it on the battery.
Oh, the jump box? We can hook the jump box up to it.
Yeah, it's just gonna start down, and then when we're gonna start it, it's gonna start.
Yeah. Yeah, it does sound good.
The turbo spinning from just cranking, that's pretty cool.
So it seems as if we're not getting spark. So Alberto's got a cool little fancy little light tester, so we can check, see if at least we're getting fuel.
Yeah, we're getting spark. We're getting
fuel. Yeah, but just no spark.
Yeah.
Well, you guys missed it, but I just ran and grabbed the fire extinguisher. Dude, that was freaky, huh?
Why?
Maybe the RB25 igniter is different than the R32. We literally just had a coil pack just literally burst and start smoking.
Yep.
That's not good. Wow, it like melted, huh?
Yeah.
I wonder if the wiring is different or something. But why would only one do it? We both smell something funny and we thought it was something else. Are they all hot?
This one's cold.
That was sketchy. So we tried one of the old coil packs to see if those had sparks. Still no sparks, so maybe it's something in the wiring. But what I want to do is try another one of those coil packs on cylinder 3 where it caught on fire, or melted, I should say, just to see if it's an issue in the harness or if that was potentially just a faulty coil pack, just to rule that out of the equation.
Is a switch off?
Oh, let me make sure. Was it cylinder 3 or cylinder 4? It was 4?
Yeah.
All right, no power. It's plugged in?
Yeah.
I mean, it took a little while, right?
Put it on for a couple seconds and see if it gets hot.
Okay.
And stop. Put it off?
Wait, turn it off?
Yeah.
Did it get warm?
No.
Should we try leaving it on?
Sure.
Because I don't think it was from...
20 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think it was from cranking. I think it just got hot from sitting, don't you? I heard something.
Alright, stop.
Is it hot? Did it get warm? How's it seem?
It's like slightly warm, yeah.
Do you, I mean, hopefully it's an,
It's like kind of like warm, it's not.
yeah, it's getting there. I mean, the other one was plugged in for a while.
Yeah, that's it. This touched down and then touched this, it's like it got warm. So it seems to be a short or something on the harness.
So we'll have to go through it. At least in the whole like giveaway rules and everything, it doesn't say anything about having to give you guys a car that's running. So like if the car was burnt to a crisp, you're still technically getting an Rb26 R33. No, I'm just kidding. We wouldn't do you guys like that. But I don't know. I mean, it's never simple startup, but at least, you know, I would rather have a wiring issue or a coil pack issue than have an engine that's missing a cylinder. So you know what I mean?
Right? Alright, so yeah, we're definitely out of this tomorrow.
Kind of a bummer, but like you said, at least we got all 6 cylinders. I'm pretty confident that we should be able to get it running tomorrow. Just wiring stuff can be tricky and trying to figure out what's going on, and this harness might be kind of tricky. So, you pretty
That's
confident?
one thing that's bothering me more on the harness. It's what's going on with your engine setup.
What
Is
you
it
mean?
turbo or is it naturally aspirated?
Oh, well, you see. Wait, you told me to install the intake. Doesn't the intake go on the intake manifold?
No.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. How are you going to hear the turbo when you're muffling it? It's not a turbo muffler, it's an intake. Ah, there you go.
Put this one over here.
Okay, so we'll have a... This is like how all the people have their turbo sounds come out the hood, right?
Yeah.
Is that like a hood wastegate?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
oh.
also works like a cup holder.
Oh, so when I hit boost, will this blow out?
No, just the engine will have a drink. You put a straw on the bottom on the
Oh, if it gets thirsty.
and you just suck the drink right on.
I heard these are very thirsty engines. It's a great cup, by the way.
LZ open house.
Yep.
So we save this for next year.
I doubt they'll last
We
that
should
long.
have purple color cups for next year.
If there is a next year. I don't know if I'm planning on being around next year. I might move to the Dominican Republic. That's my plan. Please don't judge me, I'm lonely.
I was gonna get excited about that one.
Who?
I'm not saying. I cannot say.
Kiki? Do you love me?
Oh my God! You're gonna have to sing her this song and say, "I'm moving to the Republic the Dominican Republic." See, I'm so tired. I can't even. I can't even.
Do you want to go to the Dominican Republic with me? We can build cars
I
there.
heard the food's really good and cheap over there.
Yeah. I don't really know much about it.
Neither I never been.
Yeah. It's okay. We've got turbos. And Food, please. Okay, bye.
Yeah, we need food.